Welcome to my channel Echoes of Coin. A single coin passes quietly from hand to hand, yet inside it lives a nation's wildlife, ancient symbols, and the story of a year that placed South Africa on the world stage. The 2010 1 Rand coin may look ordinary, but its design, history, and meaning reveal far more than its face value suggests. The South Africa 1 Rand 2010 coin represents far more than a simple unit of currency. It reflects a nation shaped by ancient landscapes, deep cultural roots, and a modern democratic identity that continues to evolve. By 2010, South Africa had firmly established itself as a constitutional democracy, and its circulating coinage had become a quiet but powerful symbol of unity, heritage, and national pride. The 1 Rand coin of this year sits at the intersection of history and everyday life, passing through millions of hands while silently carrying the story of a country that has endured, adapted, and redefined itself. The Rand as a currency was introduced in 1961, replacing the South African pound when the country became a republic. Named after the Witwatersrand, the ridge where gold was discovered near Johannesburg, the Rand has always been deeply tied to South Africa's mineral wealth. Gold shaped the nation's economy, attracted global attention, and played a decisive role in both prosperity and conflict. By 2010, although South Africa's economy had diversified, the historical significance of the Rand name remained intact, and every 1 Rand coin served as a reminder of the country's foundations. The 2010 1 Rand coin belongs to the third decimal coin series of South Africa, introduced in 1989 and continuing for several decades with minor variations. This series was designed to reflect indigenous wildlife, replacing earlier designs that focused more heavily on European symbolism. The shift toward native animals was intentional, representing a broader effort to reclaim African identity and celebrate the natural heritage that predates colonial influence. On the reverse of the 1 Rand 2010 coin appears the image of the springbok, one of South Africa's most iconic animals. The springbok is a graceful antelope known for its speed, agility, and distinctive leaping behavior known as pronking. This animal is not only a part of South Africa's wildlife but also a national symbol, famously associated with the country's rugby team and international sporting identity. Its presence on the coin communicates resilience, energy, and freedom, values closely associated with the nation's self-image in the post-apartheid era. The springbok design on the 2010 coin is dynamic yet controlled. The animal is shown in mid-stride, suggesting motion and vitality rather than stillness. This artistic choice subtly mirrors South Africa's journey as a nation constantly moving forward while carrying the weight of its past. The clean lines and realistic proportions give the coin a modern appearance, aligning with the contemporary identity South Africa sought to project in the early 21st century. Surrounding the springbok is the denomination 1 Rand, clearly engraved to ensure instant recognition in daily transactions. The clarity of the lettering reflects the practical purpose of the coin, while its balanced layout ensures that the design remains visually appealing even after years of circulation. Coins are meant to endure wear, and the 2010 1 Rand coin was designed with durability and readability in mind. The obverse side of the coin features South Africa's national coat of arms, adopted in the year 2000. This coat of arms replaced the earlier heraldic design and marked a significant symbolic break from the past. It was created to represent unity, diversity, and democracy, values central to the new South Africa. By 2010, this emblem had become a familiar national symbol, appearing on coins, banknotes, and official documents. The coat of arms is rich in meaning. At its center is a shield bearing 2 human figures inspired by ancient sand rock art, greeting each other in a gesture of unity and respect. This imagery emphasizes the idea that South Africa's identity is rooted in its earliest inhabitants, acknowledging histories that were long marginalized. Above the shield rises a spear and knobkerrie, traditional symbols of defense and authority, crossed to signify peace rather than conflict. Above these elements is the secretary bird with outstretched wings, representing growth, protection, and vigilance. The bird appears ready to take flight, reinforcing themes of progress and aspiration. Crowning the design is the rising sun, symbolizing renewal and the promise of a new beginning. When placed on the 1 rand coin, this coat of arms transforms a small metal object into a powerful statement of national values. The year 2010 is clearly visible on the obverse, marking the coin's place in time. This year holds particular significance for South Africa because it was the year the country hosted the FIFA World Cup, the first time the tournament was held on African soil. Although the standard 1 rand coin was not a commemorative issue for the World Cup, its circulation during that year adds an extra layer of historical interest. Millions of visitors arrived in South Africa in 2010, and coins like this one became everyday souvenirs of a landmark global event. From a technical perspective, the 1 rand 2010 coin is made of nickel-plated steel. This composition was chosen for cost efficiency, durability, and resistance to corrosion. The switch to steel-based coins in many countries reflects broader changes in global minting practices, as the rising cost of traditional metals like copper and nickel made older alloys less practical. Despite its modest material value, the coin's real worth lies in its functionality and symbolism. The coin has a diameter of approximately 23 millimeters and features a reeded edge, which helps distinguish it by touch from other denominations. These practical details matter in daily life, especially for visually impaired users and for quick identification in busy transactions. The balance between aesthetics and utility is a defining characteristic of well-designed coinage, and the 2010 1 rand achieves this balance effectively. In everyday use, the 1 rand coin occupies an important place in South African commerce. It is commonly used for public transport, small retail purchases, and informal trading, making it one of the most frequently handled coins in the country. Because of this, the coin becomes deeply embedded in daily routines, connecting people across social and economic lines. A single coin might pass from a street vendor to an office worker, from a child buying sweets to a tourist exploring local markets. For collectors, the 2010 1 rand coin is not rare, but it holds contextual value. Circulated examples are widely available, while uncirculated coins preserved in mint condition attract modest premiums. Collectors often value such coins not for scarcity but for their representation of a specific period in a nation's history. The association with the 2010 World Cup era, combined with the modern coat of arms and wildlife design, makes this coin an appealing addition to thematic collections focused on African nations, modern decimal currencies, or national symbols. Over time, coins like the 1 rand 2010 become historical artifacts. As inflation changes purchasing power and digital payments grow more common, physical coins gradually fade from everyday use. When that happens, even ordinary coins gain nostalgic and educational value. They become tangible links to a past way of life, reminding future generations of how people once interacted with money in a physical, tactile form. The South Africa 1 rand 2010 coin may appear simple at first glance, but its design, symbolism, and context reveal a deeper story. It tells of a nation proud of its natural heritage, conscious of its complex history, and committed to a shared future. Every detail, from the springbok's poised movement to the inclusive imagery of the coat of arms, reflects deliberate choices about identity and values. In the end, this coin stands as a quiet witness to South Africa's journey in the early 21st century. It circulated during a time of global attention, economic transition, and cultural celebration. Though small in size and modest in monetary value, the 1 rand 2010 coin carries a weight of meaning that extends far beyond its metal composition, making it a worthy subject for reflection, storytelling, and collection.